Y'all. Hey y'all, what's going on? It's 420. Yes, baby, 420. You see my shirt. I had to wear it again today. You know, Julian made this shirt for me based off of an incident we had in Gainesville one time when I had went to the doctor because I was here you go. They helping me get this set up, y'all. Hold on one second. Okay, now I got it set up, ready to roll. Let me tell y'all what happened real quick before I continue that story. Last Friday when I was live, I didn't know, but I didn't see any of the comments. So I don't know what in the world was going on, but I didn't see them. So I'm sorry for all of y'all that were on that were saying things and I didn't mention you. I'm so sorry, or I didn't even hear the saying. So I'm sorry about that. But what I am very sorry about that. But about this shirt, I went to Taco Bell in Gainesville after one of my doctor's appointments, and the patient actually, the manager there actually thought it was one of her employees that she smelt. They came back off a break, and I had to let her know, ma'am, I'm sorry, it's me, because it's kind of strong when I have to smoke when I'm out because, you know, it just, you can smell it. So I try not to be offensive, you know, just a common courtesy. But yeah, other than that, but so what are y'all doing today? I mean, it is 420, 420. We have been having a party. Well, not we, I have been having a party over here. They had some drinks and stuff, but I can't do anything but use my medical cannabis. And actually today I had to go see my medical marijuana physician to get my card renewed. You have to go every 7 months and get it renewed. And then you have to go every 12 months. You have to get a new identification card from the state. So, but it's worth it. It's the only thing I use for pain. So it is very useful for my body and for me. Although it doesn't necessarily help everybody. It's like anything else that you intake into your body. It may make you sick. There's people out there that tried a cigarette and the first puff they had, they were sick. They vomited, they threw up, or they got really high and kind of delirious and fell asleep. Things happen. So it's okay if you have a reaction that you're not comfortable with, then don't use it. You know, I am a whole plant type of girl myself. I believe that, yes, I believe that you should use the whole plant. Like if you don't know how to use the whole plant, then you shouldn't be able to grow it. But if you have a plan and an idea of how to use the whole plant is beneficial. Not just the buds from the flowers, but the leaves and different parts of it that you can press and get oils for different soaps or different things like that. So, you know, you can use it for cooking and flavoring your food as well. So, you know, I believe in that. Take that, mix it with a little bit of olive oil, and then after that cooks down a little bit nice and slow, you know, a little bit of bud and some olive oil, cook down nice and slow, then add your little bit of aloe vera plant, you know, open it up and slice and put it in there, the gooey stuff, you know, and then mix that and then let that solidify together. You can do anything with it. You can mix it with your favorite body wash. You can add it to whatever you want to do. You know, that would be completely up to you what you do with it. But yeah, so whatever that would be your choice. But I think that you should use the whole plant. Just like I don't think you should just kill stuff for fun. If you're going to kill it, you should use it. Eat it. put it on the wall, not put it on the wall as statues. Those things are kind of creepy, but people love it and it's kind of like an award, a reward to them for what they've done. So that's okay. But I'm not for it at all. But yeah, y'all, I'm eating some Reese cookies. Jonathan brought them home today. They good too. But like I was saying, I think we should use the whole plant. There's so many uses for it. Other than the fact that it is the only thing, and I have taken many different things. I've been on many different medications. I mean, I've known I was allergic to Dilaudid for years. So that's how long I've been on different medications. So, or had surgeries and different things. But since my heart attack in 2016, I have had several different medications because I have rheumatoid arthritis, and it took a while to get it under control. This actually had affected my heart as well as my eyes. So, you know, it's pretty substantial, but hey, I'm still here, so it's all right, right? That's how I feel about it. So anyway, the only thing I use that helps my pain is my medical marijuana. And that's just the truth. I can use my medical marijuana and I can go and I can walk around Disney. Now, am I going to walk around the entire park? Absolutely not. But I can walk to one of the worlds, one of the areas, because every one of their parks are kind of divided into little areas. So we can go to a park and I can go to one of those and I can enjoy that area and then I go home. Or if it's going to be an all day thing, say some family or friends are here and we're all meeting up, I get a scooter. It's that plain, that simple. But we have passes. We have annual passes to Disney, as a matter of fact. So we are able to go when we want to. We don't have any blackout dates. So we go and we enjoy the water parks in the summer when it's kind of yucky to stand in line at the other parks. And then we, sorry, my nose was itching. And then we do the other time, we just be at the parks, but we usually, if I'm going to walk, we just do one world at a time, one area. So at all the different parks. So it's fun, right? And for Zane and Jonah, it's new every time. Like Zane knows certain things like he looks for at certain parks. It's kind of funny. But anyway, it is good, it goes, it's fair. We enjoy it. But let me put that down. I forgot it done went out anyway. But yeah, so we really enjoy our time when we go to Disney, but depending on that. But the only thing I use for pain is medical cannabis at all. Not only do I use medical cannabis for pain, I also have eczema, and I use the a lot of the oils, or I will get I have my um, whole flower okay. Here in Florida, you have to have your whole flower okay, and so I have that here as well. So I don't just vape, so I can get some of the stuff, and I like to use it, in an oil and for my skin. So, and I buy a lot of stuff organically, like organic hemp type stuff. But you got to research a lot of that stuff because all of that stuff is not necessarily organic or helpful. You need to make sure of what you're getting. Always check the ingredients. And if you're not sure what the ingredient says, Google or Siri, somebody knows the answer. You know what I'm saying? You don't even really have to look that hard to see what is going on. So I don't know if anyone's commenting. If you are, I'm sorry, I can't see. Can somebody say hello so I can see if I see you? But yeah, I am just Want to make sure everyone understands the benefits of it, and it's not for everyone. Someone can be allergic to it. But my God, people are allergic to cilantro. Having a negative reaction to marijuana isn't going to kill you. There are no statistics of that. Period. So what is a reaction? It just means it's not for you. But there are those of us that is 100% for. Just like morphine and those other drugs aren't for me. My cardiologist signed off 100% when I brought it up to him about using marijuana to treat my RA and my pain and inflammation and different things with my skin. And like I just discussed, all the benefits for myself personally, since I was going to be the one to go on the drug. But the thing is that he quickly said, yes, that's great. That's good. Well, Angela, that's who I saw, but that's what she said, because it's not negative on your heart. So it's a good thing, so it's better for you than all of those Percocets or all of those other pills. I guarantee you there's no one out there that looks like or does some of the things to get weed that is done to get those other things. If you're commenting, Julian is trying to fix it so I can see it. So if you see his head, that's what's going on. I am not tricking. I don't know how to do anything like that anyway. Hey, come here. Well, hold on, you guys. Huh? Yes, you can go in your room. Say hello. Hi. I don't know who's out there, but the people are out there. We're talking to them. But you go to your room. I love you. Bye-bye. Okay. So anyway, Zane wants to go in his room. His favorite place is home. That's what he says. So, oh, okay, Shauna, thank you. Because I don't know what's going on, but thank you for that bit of information. But yeah, so but Zane has been out of his room. I made him come out of there and come into the living room earlier when we had dinner. We had Little Caesars and breadsticks. Nobody felt like cooking today. Everybody's just kind of tired. A lot of appointments today. I had an appointment. Julian had an appointment and has been at work since 7 a.m. He was at work at 7 this morning until 5 this afternoon. So he's on his regular schedule. And then, like I said, I had my medical marijuana appointment today to research for 7 more months. And this will be our third time recertifying, my third time. Yeah, today was the third time recertifying for the 7th month. So I guess that means we've had our license for about 2 years, for about 24 months actually, because there's a little period that's like a 7-day period in the beginning, like when you first get it, and when you go on there, then you have to keep it. At first it's 70 days, and then after that it's every 7 months. So yeah, so this is our third 7-month renewal. So yeah, we've had it for about 24 months now. So I really, really, really love what it has done for me and it has allowed me to do. I've even been able, to lose some weight, to get a little healthy, healthier. I'm not there yet, but I am able to work on it, which is more than I could do. So I think, I'm grateful for that. You have to be grateful for what you do, and you have to be grateful for what, the Creator allows you to do, because we don't do it on our own. But, He said He knew you before you were formed in your mother's womb, and I believe that. I believe, hey, sis, I believe that everything we go through has a purpose. And starting on Wednesday night at 9 o'clock, I'm going to start telling my story at 9 p.m. Eastern time on Wednesday, I'm going to start telling my story, and I'm going to start with a journey I recently began, and it'll kind of start there, and we'll go through it from there, guys. I'll talk about foster care. I'll talk about just my journey to get to where I am today. And my journey started when I was 5 years old, and I believe that God has purpose in all of that. Yes, and that's true. It helps a lot with pain, Nicole. But yeah. So on Wednesday night, so it's starting at 9 o'clock, and it'll probably, I don't know how long it'll be. I'll go kind of with the flow of things. I know it takes a while for everyone to see that I'm live and even get on, because sometimes you're in the middle of you could be in the middle of a bath or anything, or kids, or nightmares if they go to bed early. Anything could be going on. Maybe they just had to get up and go potty. Because kids always need something at nighttime. When you say go to bed, they need more than they have needed in 3 days. Every night. It is amazing what they come up with. But yeah, they'll need some stuff. And the younger they are, the more creative they are. Period. But yes, it's just part of the process. You know what I'm saying? It's a rite of passage as a parent. There are certain things all of us get. Everybody gets an explosion diaper. Everybody gets peed on. Everybody, it's always something. There's certain things all of us get to experience. That's just it. The embarrassing, they got to pee right now and they ain't nowhere to go pee, so what you gonna do situation. Look, it gets serious, people. And y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. Parents, godparents, grandparents, everybody knows. Even the aunties and the church aunties know what I'm talking about. Now, you can tell the children that's had a good church auntie. Now, your church auntie don't mean she came from the church, but that means she will keep it honest with you. You know what I'm saying? She's the one that mom and dad kind of tell her what's going on, and then she come in and have a real conversation with you about it. I've been that. I enjoy being that person. I try to have real conversations. Now, we don't have to agree in a real conversation, because again, this is America, and we are all equal. They don't say it, but that's just the facts of the situation. And I will stand by anybody that's not being treated fairly. Period. But yeah, that's just it. You know what I'm saying? We just have to make sure we are doing what we need to do. But them children are something, y'all. I be tired. And then, like I was saying earlier with Zane, his favorite place, he told his behavioral psychiatrist and his psychiatrist, they're not the same person, and his therapist, that his favorite place is home. She mentioned that he goes to Disney World, and he said that he likes Disney World, but his favorite place is home. And he means that. Y'all, Zane lives his best little life. Do you hear me? He loved to have it on his t-shirt and his boxers. That's what he go around the house in. It is just what he does, and that's that. And but I have to make him come out of his room. He likes to play Fortnite, but he plays Fortnite on his game, his PS4. And he plays on he watches videos, Ryan and them, on his phone, all at the same time. So you never know what's going on when he's in his room or in the living room, because we have a PS4 in each room. But whenever he's in either room, the phone is always on and he's watching videos of children opening stuff. I don't understand it, but he loves it. Children opening stuff, and then it's like he is talking to the video because he's doing all the motions. Every time one of those little things jump on Fortnite, he jumps, and then he's talking about the video, and then he is talking out loud to the game because he doesn't wear headphones because he says it's too loud, so he can't even hear it. He's just talking to the game. You know how like dads, uncles, grandpas, abuelos, how they yell at the TV during sporting events? Well, this is how Zane yells at the TV during Fortnite. It's completely the same. He doesn't know what is going on. All he knows is what his character is doing and whatever is going on around him. So he is always has 5 things going on at any one time. It's a lot, y'all, but I thank goodness I'm able to do it. That's all I can say. I thank goodness because everybody ain't able. Everybody may not be willing, but more just aren't able. I believe that in my heart. Ooh, this day done went out again, y'all. Yes, I know I'm lighting the ash because I don't have an ashtray, and that's just what it is. Sorry. Charge it to the game, right? But yeah. With Zane, I just have to be very patient. I have learned that over the last 6 years. But anyway, anybody doing anything interesting out there today on 420? I'm telling you what I did. I did some pre-rolls. And I also purchased some pre-rolls, from the dispensary. But let me tell you something. I like to roll in cigars. I do. I love a Dutch. But you know what I'm saying? A game good too. Anyway, that's what I prefer. So let me tell y'all something. When they was out of whole flower, y'all remember when I talked about that shortage on my Facebook page. But anyway, there was a shortage of whole flower at the dispensaries. Even vapes and stuff were low. But anyway, I went and got a bunch. And but they suggested to me to buy a pre-roll, which is rolled in paper, for those of you that don't know, with a filter on the end. They talking about I should buy a pre-roll and come in a 2-pack and bust it and put it in a cigar. I said, now y'all know that is not happening. It's like $11 for 2. It's not that expensive, but that ain't happening. That's some dumb stuff. You know what I'm saying? What am I gonna pay you for something I got to work to use? No, that's not even worth it. It is not worth it. But they don't pre-roll in blunts. You have to just in cigars. You have to just get your whole flower and then break it down and you grind it. I have a grinder and then roll it yourself. I still got it, just a little bit, but I have to pre-roll because of my hands. One day to the next, I don't always know. So when I have a good day, I try to roll more, but not enough they go stale. I can't roll that many. If I can roll 2, 3 a day, I did a good job. So yeah. But those are days when I'm out all day, like it's a family outing. We're going to Disney or something like that because I don't smoke that much on a regular day because I have a lot of stuff to do. But I do try to stay home so I can use my medication and be healthy and be my best me so I can cook and clean because Julian don't like no dirty house and he loves to eat. Y'all know he'll eat up everything. But I do not drink. If anybody is wondering, I do not consume alcohol at all. Maybe once in a while, but I don't think I've had a drink in 3 years, other than a swallow. Sometimes I'll have a swallow of beer. Like Julian likes Red Stripe, and I love Red Stripe. And once in a while, when he has that, I'll take a swallow, maybe 2 out of his glass, but I don't, I don't drink at all anymore. I know for some of y'all that's shocking, but I don't drink at all anymore. And there's a lot of traveling I'm not able to do because I'm not allowed to travel with my medical cannabis everywhere. Some states will allow you to get a card where you can purchase in that state for 30 days. So you let them know when you're coming. It takes about 30 days to process it. Like when we go to Oklahoma, I'm able to get my medical license there. It's good for 30 days. So that means while we're there, I'm able to use my medication. But excuse me, getting from here to there is a little tricky because we have to drive because there's when we go, we all want to go because our family, all of our children, we all love to be together. We really enjoy our time together, even if it's just sitting in the living room, laughing and talking. We can do that for hours. And, so that's what we love to do. For those of you that's known us for years, we've always been that family. When it's dinner time, when it's breakfast time, if we're all together or whoever's together, you eat together. Now, sometimes people are at work, like Julian grabs breakfast fast, but on the weekends, we try to eat together. It's a little more sporadic now because of Zane's, the way he eats and his food aversion. So Zane pretty much eats for calories. So whenever he wants to eat, Zane eats. And it's not always at a set time. So, but that's okay. We're able to accommodate that. And it works now, since my health has, degraded quite a bit like it has. But I don't eat a whole lot, so I lost before I got my medical marijuana license, I actually lost 43 pounds in I think it was 42 days. So this helps with that, they say, but I still don't be hungry. This does not do anything, any strain I've tried. It has not made me want to eat. I still can eat once a day. But sometimes what gets me are these Reese cookies that Jonathan bought when he went to Winn-Dixie. Oh, Lord, y'all, I'm so tired of being in the house. But how do people in Publix, they have it? Rona is there. 2 of them in Gainesville. Y'all got to be kidding me. Publix. Y'all dropping the ball. Y'all like Chick-fil-A or the grocery stores. Man, that'd be like somebody telling me somebody got Chick-fil-A got coronavirus. Baby, no, y'all don't do that there. What is going on? Publix is the one, I thought Walmart. Publix, are you for real? But hey, to each his own. I'm not going in it. Today when I went to my medical marijuana physician, where she is over in they are over in Orange Park on Kingsley. Anyway, when we went over there, Julian drove me. So when I went over there today, because I had to use my medication, that's quite a drive. But when we went over there, we had to wait in the car. Yes, y'all, they had us wait in the car till it was our turn to go in the office. Then come in and go straight to the office. But guess what? You went to check out, they can interact with you. They dare sure took that cash money because you can't pay with no card because the federal laws, because it ain't legal federally, so you can't pay with no card. Cash money, baby. Or in that same way at the dispensaries, no, you can't pay with no card. Because it's federal stuff, federal transactions, so they can't do it. It's got to be cash. But, but they done made it legal to grow hemp in Florida, so y'all can look into that if you got the space to do it. Because I'm going to tell you, you need a combination. You can't just smoke just CBD or just THC. You have to have a combination, and you have to find the balance that helps your issues. But you can't have all one or all the other. That's why I'm all for the hemp flower being passed. And then if you have your medical license, sometimes a mix of the two is really, really good. CBD is what I use when I'm traveling. Like we're in the car, that's what I use for that 24-hour period. Because we usually, anything over 8 hours, I have to stop for the night. I can't go any farther. So for my body, but we use the CBD and it's helpful. I don't know if people are commenting because I don't see anything. If anybody's saying anything, y'all speak. Oh, Lord, it's a bunch of comments. Oh, Lord, Jesus. Hold on, y'all. I done moved the whole screen. Hold on, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. Okay, wait a minute. Nicole, stop laughing at me. You know I'm telling the truth. This how I act all the time. Hey, baby girl. Hey, Kyra. You hopped on late, so let me tell y'all. Last week when y'all was commenting on Friday, I didn't see any of the comments till I was done. I didn't think nobody was commenting. I thought I was just hanging out there. So, Kyra, on just so y'all that I see are here now, just remember on Wednesday at 9 o'clock, I'm gonna start telling my story with a recent thing that transpired that happened. I'm gonna start there, and I'm gonna tell my story from there. Everything I can remember from the age of 4.5, 5 on, because I have very vivid memories from there. But I think I figured it out. Like I just saw Kyra post, LOL. So maybe I'm on it, and I saw my sister Nicole. Y'all, that's Julian's sister by blood. Let me tell you something. Blood couldn't make her no more, my sister. Cause woo, we something. Yes, I love all of his family. I have a different relationship with every one of them, but it's positive. All of them. I love all of them, and every one of them are different. And the way they love each other, I love it. But anyway, and our children, me and Julian have tried to mimic that on them. You know, they love each other. When we all, like I said earlier, when we all get together, it's a party. But what I was saying about the CBD, I like to mix the two together because it helps me. Because you need a combination, and it's hard to get a quality whole flour that is good all one way. Sometimes I need, yes, they think I'm the crazy one. People see me and Julie and they think I'm the crazy one, Nicole. They think it's me. Little do they know, he's got a history of it. But, yes, I use them together. And you can buy the CBD at the store and in a dispensary, just like you buy THC. You know, you need a card for that, but you can get the CBD stuff. And you can use the CBD and make gummies and cook with it just like you do with the THC. It's the same thing. It's the same plant, people. Why do you think you can't get all the THC out of it? You can just breathe so much out of it. It's the same plant. If it's really a good plant, there's a balance of both, because that's where you're going to get the most therapeutic effect. So if we're using this stuff for therapeutic reasons, which one of those reasons every single person in America has, I don't care if it's from PTSD to anxiety to colitis or some type of GI issues to cancer to maybe you use it for I don't know, but I'm telling you, RA, rheumatoid arthritis, look, fibromyalgia, look, that stuff is legit. Migraines, this stuff is good for all of that, and it does not cause migraines. Do your research, talk to your neurologist. It does not cause migraines. It may not help them for you, but it does not cause them. But anyway, you know, you can use that stuff and you can benefit from it. You know, I do. I use it in many areas of my life. It benefits me. Whole flower use, not just smoking it. But you can smoke it, you can eat it, you can season with it. You can use it like parsley and sage. Actually, it's probably more like a sage, because anybody that knows anything about marijuana, it's strong. It is strong. You're going to know it's there. So I would say it's more like a sage when you're seasoning with it. Now, no, don't get dumb. Zane don't eat nothing like that. You understand? None of the children do. I'm not an idiot. But when they get to be of age and they choose, then that's on them. because I can't control my children and you can't control yours once they of age. And that age is probably about 16. If you ain't got it in them by then, 17, they should have an idea, and you should too, of who they are, where they at, and what need to be done. If there ain't no indications by then, something might be a little off. But I'm just saying. But sometimes you see it sooner than that, and sometimes it be a little later than that. But I thank goodness all of our children. Look, every one of them we're proud of. Shailene, she up here, she is a welder, a certified welder, guys. She went to school to be a certified welder, and she worked with some company over there in Oklahoma. Anyway, then she got her boo, and he electrician stuff. Then Kyra, she's married to Travis, and they got Angela, y'all know, the princess. So with the bows, yeah, y'all see all them photo shoots on my page. That's her. Anyway, they have their beautiful baby. Kyra just finished up nursing school. She getting ready to take the NCLEX, the RN. She prepping for that. Actually, she taking some downtime right now because she took a test like a week after she had Angela. She was in class having tests. Yeah, and it was a cesarean. She had a cesarean. And a week later, she was back in nursing school class. And I know some of y'all on here, y'all know just what I'm talking about because y'all got that grind going right now, too, for school. And, Kyra, thank God, is surrounded by Travis's family that are her family, that love her like we love her. And they take care of her, and I'm so grateful for that. But we miss Angela. We don't see her. We don't see them. But, we miss them. Then, Summer, she's still a fam, doing her thing. And then, Jonathan's got the baby. Bryson doing all right. Javier, he doing good up in Milwaukee. Javier, going to college to play football. And then we have Zane, who is doing really well. We're learning sight words and letters. We having a good time. So, yeah, that's what we doing. Yes, Shauna, they tough. I had two of them. Summer and Jonathan both were C-sections. Child, it's something. But I'm telling you, Kyra has been blessed to have those near her. And I'm so grateful that she has her Mima and her Mimi. I ain't sure what she called Mimi. But, and her Uncle Lane and her Uncle Travis and her Grandpa Travis. She got everybody. She's surrounded by loved ones, plus all of us. But boy, when she meet them up, let me tell y'all something though. Oh, sorry, Kyra. Y'all, I lied. It was almost a cesarean, and she ended up being able to deliver vaginally at the end. Sorry about that. I lied. But it still was rough, and she was back in nursing school the next week taking a test. I'm just saying. Oh, Lord, Shauna. Don't have no more, baby. But, so we are grateful for our family and our children and who they are. And their spouses, so far, everybody got a good one. Kyra got a good one. Jonathan got a good one. Whenever Alfredo proposed, Shay got a good one. But he's still a good one. But he ain't proposed and they ain't married yet. So y'all know it is what it is. But they know what they doing. They living together, so they know each other. And it's a solid relationship. So we're proud of you, Shay. But Jonathan and Larice, they have done so good. Larice has dealt with some postpartum. We'll talk about that. Maybe one day she'll come on and talk about it. It's not my story to tell. But she has went through some severe postpartum, which I'm sure we'll talk about. And Jonathan has stood by her, when most men wouldn't have known what to do. Jonathan just tried everything, even when it meant, that whatever she needed, he was there. And so that let me know right then that he was raised correctly. How he saw Julian treat me. the type of men that I had him around. As far as the men that were inconsistent in his life, his uncle Kanadi, he was a great father. His uncle Anthony, there's just, you know, his Cochran, everybody's just good fathers. Birch, all of them were around Jonathan when he was younger and Summer, and they, those are the type of men he was around. Nigel. So I thank God for that. So yeah, you know, sometimes you just make choices and they're good, but it doesn't matter. They still have every single one of them have faced challenges, different challenges is that. None of them have been the same. Some of them are similar, but they've all faced different challenges at different times. So we've had to get through it as a family. I think that is the worst thing. I think the worst thing you can do is forsake your children. Man, they are part of you. I don't care if you're the mother or the father. Without both, they ain't here. How do you just walk away? But you know what? Some of us, child, was lacking in both areas now. Gloria was there, but my mother, she was there. But look, we were different types of mothers, that's for sure. And I've seen some mothers, and I'd be like, ooh-wee. No, I couldn't do it like that. But I guarantee you, there's some out there that say, oh, no, April, I don't agree with that. That's not how you should do that. So, see, it's the same. And that's the thing. You know what? So let me before I light this up. Let me tell y'all something. That's the problem with the world. Why everybody got to do it your way? Your way, who said your way is right? Okay, some stuff that you believe is just from a moral compass, wrong. You shouldn't be out here murdering people. You shouldn't be out here messing with children. If they under 18, baby, just leave them alone. But if their parents is allowing it, then hey, I don't know what to tell you. See, that gets a little sticky right there. But I've been in that situation. We'll talk about that. But I want to talk about that with my girl there. So, because that's part of her story. And Shay will be on it. We'll talk about it even on Skype or in or something. I don't know how to do that. But Julian will figure it out. But you know what? This is real life talk with April. Anybody that knows me knows I love my family. I love my children. I love my birth children, the ones that I had a C-section to get here and carried in my body for both of them was more than 40 weeks. I carried Summer for 40 weeks and 3 days and Jonathan for nearly 42 weeks. So I'm just saying, I have other children that God blessed me with. God saw purpose for me and them to be in each other's life. And I am so grateful for that. I love them. There are so many who have impacted my life, or I have been used or directed to help with them or something they were going on. We crossed paths. And I'm grateful for all of those relationships. I was thinking about that earlier today. I have relationships and repetitive rapport with people that are in Japan right now. I mean, with people that are in Bahrain right now. With people that are in New York right now, in Miami, here in Stark, in Atlanta. I was looking at the coronavirus map and everywhere where all the numbers are. Everywhere there is, we know somebody. That's kind of crazy, but that is a blessing. And every one of those stages in my life, those seasons, those people were so important. You know, they were, wow, some of y'all have been priorities. Very, very, very many. There are so many. And I know that was not correct, Grandma. And look, I don't really care. But there are so many of you on our page that are just amazing people. And I thank you for who you've been. This some Nick's butter gloss, child. I love this stuff. I got about 40 colors. But it's good. It don't dry your lips out. Like sometimes my lips get real dry. Like I get a atopic patch. Child, they be like dry spots. Y'all know, like you get in your scalp, how you get them dry spots, and you got to put like blue magic on it for like 5 days straight, every day, every morning and at night. You know what I'm saying? You put a patch of blue magic there. It's just that bad. And or Vaseline. Some of us putting straight Vaseline. You know what I mean? But you know those patches. Well, I get those patches like sometimes I get like one on my lips somewhere, or like on my ears. Like if I wear earrings, it doesn't even matter the material. Even if it's real gold, it has gotten to where I can't wear it for like long periods. Now, if it's not real gold, I can't wear it for more than maybe an hour. Or my ears swell up and they get real puffy and then they scab over. Oh, it's really gross what happens. But it has to be real gold for me to be able to wear it even for an 8-hour day. So, and even then I have to take them out and I wipe my ears with alcohol every time because they hurt so bad. And then after the alcohol, then I have some CeraVe or CeraVe, whoever you ask, I don't care. But I have some of that and I have a night cream, their night cream, PM1, and I put that on my ears but that's why I don't ever wear earrings anymore. Although sometimes my hair is just too cute not to rock a pair of hoops. You know what I mean? Next time I will wear a darker butter gloss too. This ain't working. But anyway, so I have my shirt. You know, Julian made this shirt for me. On my birthday, I wore it, but I had to wear it. Today it's 420. It is 4-20, y'all. So I had pre-rolled me some things, you know, some of my whole flowers since I have my card. My medical marijuana card. I actually renewed it today, y'all. Thank God. Y'all know what? Julian had drove me around. Let me tell y'all something about my husband. He had FMLA paperwork, right, from me that he gets from my doctor. And then because sometimes I'm down, you know, Zane needs 24-hour care. Like even when Zane's asleep, we kind of have to keep a semi-eye on him. I thank God that our lives are where they are right now in this season, that we are able to take care of him and we're able to be there, you know, like we are. But Julian still is working right now, you know, and for those of y'all that don't know, he retired after 20 years in the military. So he is working, you know, but he still works full time for the state. And he's the only person that does his job in his district. So he did work, but he still come home. And Julian, y'all know he does that writing on those signs. But he went to calligraphy school in the Dominican Republic. And so he can write, he can hand print anything. And there's a few people out there with a few custom tattoos, you know what I'm saying, that were done by him, you know, over the years. But yeah, Julian is an artist. Like he likes to mold, he likes to paint, he likes to tag, you know, spray paint. He likes to build stuff. He likes to do like paint, like murals paintings, canvas paintings. You know, he really enjoys all of that stuff. One of the therapies that he does for his PTSD is art therapy. We'll talk about that one day when he's on, but it's art therapy. And he started doing art therapy when he was still active duty. And it did take an arm and a leg to get it through the VA, but now they approved it, but it is very helpful for him. But we will talk about that. But like I said, y'all, I would like, listen, I don't know what's going on, but or how all of this works. I'm figuring it out. But I would appreciate it if y'all will go and like my and follow me on Facebook, but then also go and subscribe and to my YouTube channel, please, because I always upload this from here to YouTube. But and I want to go live on both. I just don't really have a following in either place yet, so it's just easier to do just this. But I really want to interact with you guys, but I've got to get my numbers up because let me be honest, I'm trying to get a little check. You understand? I want to get a check. So I can't work anymore. So I don't get Social Security or disability. I have never even applied for anybody that wants to know. And Zane does not get it either. We don't get no food stamps or nothing. But I wish I did. If I had food stamps, y'all, I would use them. I have applied. I sure did. I applied for food stamps, and I have applied. I haven't applied for no checks for Zane and I, but I did apply for food stamps. We didn't even get WIC during it when we had Zane. Talking about too much money. Junior was active duty. How that was too much money? And you know I haven't worked since we got married because one of the stipulations of us getting married was that I stopped working. He said I had worked long enough as a single mom. He didn't want me to work anymore. But little did we know that was Jesus because, look, I got real sick in 2011. And that's the year we got married. That's the year that Leslie, my younger sister, died, my only blood sister. That was the year that she died. And exactly, Nicole. Girl, you know we'll have us a crawfish boil. I don't want nothing but the sides, the potatoes and corns and potato, corn, and sausage. You and your brother, whoever, can have all of the crawfish or crabs or whatever y'all want there. I just want the sides. They can throw some neck bones in there, some eggs, some peanuts. Look, let me tell y'all something. I'm real country. We would throw something in there. The Slew Crew don't play, and Orangewood didn't either. So we know how to eat now. Period, point blank. And anybody that know me know the Slew Crew and Orangewood. Orangewood where I grew up. The Slew Crew who raised me. Period. But you know, it is what it is. But yes, look here. Well, you know what though, Kyra? Let me tell you something. It's a blessing to be able to get it. Jonathan and them get it too. And y'all should be able to get it. You ought to go see. I know y'all probably can't get it. Yes, neck bones. Girl, you know you like neck bones and rice, Nicole. Get off my post with that. You love neck bones and rice with what? Collard greens and cornbread, right? You want cornbread? You want the cornbread on the stove or the cornbread in the oven? How you want it, fried or baked? Or you want an old-fashioned flour hoe cake? Oh, Lord, my Mima used to make the best hoe cakes, y'all. Everything she made was good. The only thing she ate that I ain't really care for was onions. Oh, yeah, she ate a lot of stuff I ain't care for. Like, she like onions, like everything. Everything had onions. Ooh, yes, Lord. And you know what else she loved? She loved cornbread. Like a day old cornbread, a day or two. She can make cornbread every day. But she liked to take the leftover cornbread and let it sit and then pour buttermilk over it. Y'all, buttermilk. She loved it. Do y'all hear me? She ate that the very last time I ate with her in her house at 609 Collins Place. She had that night when we went to go to bed. She had some cornbread and buttermilk. Because she used to always make biscuits for the kids. She used to always make biscuits. That was Summer and Jonathan. Even to this day, they talk about Mima's biscuits. So when we would come over, she always made biscuits. So the cornbread didn't get ate that she had made that morning. So she would always use that night in her buttermilk. Child, she was a happy camper. She loved it. Yes, Lord. But that was the last night we spent with her at her home before she started declining, and went to live somewhere else. But yes, it was a blessing, y'all. Anybody that knew my Mima knew I had a blessing. I had a blessing. I had her and I had Gertrude Covington. Y'all, I was blessed. Then I had my foster mom, Debbie. It was Jones back then, but it's Debbie Rozier now. She was a blessing, y'all. But we're going to talk about all that. I'm going to talk about all those people in my life. They'll each be mentioned on here as I get to them. Y'all going to be shocked at some of the names on the list. But I promise you this, everything I tell you will be facts. But listen, if anybody out there want to write my story, because I'm not, I don't know nothing about writing it, but if you watch all of this and you want to write it, holla at me. I know I got some authors out there because y'all got some books. I haven't got them, but I be sharing your shit because I guess your books because that you're writing. But I don't really read. I'm sorry. I read medical journals and stuff like that, but I don't like read for fun. Summer was explaining to me. Let me say this real quick. Summer was explaining to me that some people, when they read, they actually see the pictures, like they see what they're reading, right? But then some of us just see the words and really can't imagine it. So that's what makes us different. I can't imagine it. I can't see it. That's why I enjoy that trash TV I be watching. Y'all know I love loving hip hop. I love all Bravo. I don't like Below Deck much or them shows like that, like Southern Charm. I don't like them, but like all the trash, the housewives. Oh, I enjoy that trash. Y'all, that is some funny TV. If you can't watch that and laugh, something wrong with you. You don't even have to have your medical marijuana card. It's funny. But y'all, it is 420. Is there anybody else out there on my page celebrating 420? It's 420, y'all. Now, I've been on here for 57 minutes, so y'all know I'm finna get ready to get off. I've been on here almost an hour. An hour is my limit. So I'm fixing to give y'all my spiel. Some of y'all already heard it. Y'all know this. Sometime after a while, it gets to me. So I took that tobacco out of there. Out that cigar. So it's a little coffee. But anyway, listen, I'll be live again at 9 p.m. Eastern time on Wednesday night. And I'm going to start telling my story. It's going to start with a recent event, but I'm going to start telling my life story. And it spans from, I have memories from 4.5 till today. So I'm going to tell that story, but it will not be told chronologically. Okay, so if you're thinking about being an author or writing or talking to me about that, let me know now. And take your notes or whatever, so when we talk, you will know, because I don't know how this is going to fall out. And listen, go to my page, Real Life Talk with April. And yes, there will be parts of my story where my family will be involved. But go to my page, Real Life Talk with April. Like it and follow me, please. Just because it's going to help me get my numbers up and help me get a check. I'm not trying to have no $5 billion check. If I do, y'all know I'm going to give it back. However, I would like to have a little contribution to my husband. So maybe he can fully retire and be home. So that's why one reason I'm doing this. Plus, guess what? I have the gift of gab. Use your gifts and your talents, right? but I got 2 minutes, so I got to roll. Then, and not my cigar, I got to roll off of here. Ooh, y'all, this thing go out one more time. Hold on. I might go a few minutes over, y'all. Let me just hit this a couple of times and get a drink. Okay. Anyway, hey there. So anyway, I'm gonna go over a few minutes. Anyway, y'all listen. I am gonna be on tell my story. It will not be chronological, but I'm gonna start with the most recent event and what triggered a couple of things. So yes, girl, see, pop up. Got my cigar ready. I took the tobacco out of it, and then re-rolled it, but it's good. I like it a little tight, you know what I'm saying? So I like to re-roll mine. But this is a game, by the way. I like a Dutch too. But anyway, I will, but I love that you've been watching, and whoever's watch party she was on, thank you very much for hosting it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you. But yes, I'm going to be dealing with stuff, but as I tell my story, this is where I was going, y'all. As I tell my story starting on Wednesday at 9 p.m., I'm going to be bringing on guests. I will also be answering questions. So say I get somewhere and there's some questions involved, I'm going to take time to answer and respond to those questions, okay? Just so you're aware, that's what's going to happen. So there's no rules to what's going to happen. This is April's story. This is my story. This is real life talk with April. So it's going to be at my pace, okay? Sometimes may get emotional and I have to log out early. Catch the replay. I get a benefit for that too, guys. I get credit for a replay watch. I get credit for a share. I get credit for a like and a follow on Facebook and a subscribe and a bell on YouTube. Because I know you don't have to watch the whole video again. I upload to YouTube. So if you would just click on it, watch a few minutes, skip through it. I autoplay, fast play some of my makeup videos that I watch. So you can fast play it. You know what I'm saying? If you watch me live. But you know what? I get credit for that. And the quicker I get some money coming in, the quicker Julian's home. He's retired. He has PTSD. He has his body is broke down, which we're going to get into that later in my story. But, I want y'all to understand that that's my purpose here. I want to help because I think my story is very powerful. It's a story of struggle and encouragement. It's a story of love. It's a story of hate. It's a story of abuse, physical, mental, emotional, sexual, verbal. It's a story of me processing through all of those challenges and understand what I was created for. But we're going to start on Thursday at 9 o'clock. Wednesday. Jesus, y'all. Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern. So I know that 6 p.m. for my West Coast people in Japan, my people over there in Asia, for you guys. So I know some of you are catching the replay. I'm real sorry about that, but I do still get the benefit from it. And you guys can still comment because I do like to check the comments. I get a message when someone else comments. So I don't like the ones from now. I like the ones from the live. I try to respond to those as they occur. What I want to do is respond to those on Facebook, either individually or I will respond to some questions live in the beginning of my segment because I'm going to be going live on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 9 p.m. If I get a big enough following those 3 days, I'll add more days. But that's how my story's going to follow. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. I get credit for the replays. I get more credit for subscribes and follows. Come on, guys, subscribe on YouTube and follow on Facebook. Please like on Facebook, like on YouTube. Ding the bell. If you ring the bell, you'll know when I go live because it'll let you know right away. So whatever you're doing, maybe you're riding home in the car. Look, you don't have to see me to enjoy this. You can listen to it. Going live just makes it easier for me. This is easier for me to do it. But doing it this way and to upload it later. This is the easy way for me because this is my story. So it has to be my way. You know, and some of you are going to love and respect that and understand it and follow my journey, and some aren't. And that's okay with me too, because sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. You know, sometimes I fast forward videos because they get just to see the end look, you know, on my makeup videos. Because maybe I already know that technique. Maybe I already know how to do a cut crease. So I don't need to see exactly what they do. And I know, I just need to watch how they layer in it. What colors they using. What colors could I use instead? You know, because I got, y'all see all this redness on my face, right? I know it's a little difficult. I'm going to get me a good setup, guys. Julian is working on it. So anybody that knows that my honey, my brown sugar bear go come through. But him and Jonathan and Larice and Summer and Christopher, they all working on it. So they going to have me set up ready to roll. Capital R, capital O, capital LL. In all intensive purposes that it could be used. That's what I'll be doing with it. But it's going to be a comfortable setting area. I'm going to even have guests, guys. I mean, this is going to be real. This is me. I love it. You guys know I love you guys. I love to try to help people. So what better way to do that than tell my story? Not some from my perspective and some that is public knowledge record because it's some illegal shit that happened. So it's juicy, y'all. This some life. Look, this ain't even this Lifetime, Hallmark, and Netflix series all rolled up in one. Do y'all hear me? And it's facts. And then my perspective, of course, because I lived it. But a lot of facts, guys. So I want y'all to join me on my journey. Please like, subscribe, share. Tell all your friends to like and subscribe. Y'all know I'm good people. It's going to be funny. Y'all know I'm going to do more laughing and misdirecting than I'm going to do crying. That's what I do. You know I'm going to do more pull yourself up by your bootstraps and bulldoze your way through. Head first, never stop chomping your feet, right? You know, that was long before they come up with all these don't get no TBI, don't get a concussion shits in sports. Because I'm going to tell you, me and some of those I grew up with, that's how we learn. Head first. That's why it ain't got nothing to do with, some relationships ain't got nothing, they deeper than blood. You know what that means? There ain't no color to it either. There's no race, because when your relationship is that deep, it's a cultural understanding. But anyway, I love all y'all. Go like my page so we can get the brown sugar bear home full time to help take care of me and Zane. And I love you guys. More to come. 420, baby. Hold up. 420. I love y'all.